Hello, and welcome to Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm Bridget. Thank you for joining me today. Whether you're new here or you've been around since my very beginning, I truly appreciate you coming by and spending some time with me. If you're looking for me anywhere else on the internet, you can find me at my Facebook group page. Just a few quick questions, and I'll let you write in, or you can reach me directly at my email address. Both are linked down in the description box below. I also have Discord, and if you get a hold of me via my email or on Facebook, I will get that information to you right away. I am planning on doing a group with just for right now, I want to do a spin night, and if that goes really well, then we'll move to other crafts. And if you would like to be part of that, please do let me know. I would be more than happy to have you join us. For last time, I have 3 names for the cauldron for you. We have a Sugar Diamond, Lisa Peak, and God Rocks. Thank you very much for commenting, and I will get your name in the cauldron as soon as I get the video off. Now, I haven't come and talked to you guys for a few days, so I thought I'd pop on and tell you a little bit about what I have been up to. I've been doing a little bit of crocheting, a tiny bit of spinning, honestly, since the live. I haven't done any spinning. If you missed, on a Sunday, I popped up and did a live for a couple hours, and a nice friend popped in and said hello, so I was able to meet her face to face, and that was very wonderful. Miss Vicky from Woodles and Caboodles. I will try to remember to link her down below. If for some reason I have missed her, please do say something, and I will get her out to you right away so that you can find her easily. Now, one of the projects that I started last night is for my wonderful friend Allie over at Allie Artifacts. I will link her video describing what she needs. She's doing a hat and scarf collection. But I will let Allie tell you all the details because I don't want to mess up anything and tell you wrong. So I will link Allie in the description box below. If you have a few extra hats or scarves laying around, especially some granny square scarves, she would really be appreciative. So would the people in her area for getting them. Now, I happen to have 3 cakes of this. It was unbanded. I do remember I got it in Happy Mail. I'm sorry, I don't remember from who. It's a very pretty yarn, and I have enjoyed working with it. I only got 3 squares made so far, but they have turned out really cute. I have 3 cakes of it, so what I'm planning to do is make a hat and scarf set. And see where we can go from there. And then, well, actually, before I did that, I decided, well, this month would be a month that the winner of the cauldron would get something that the queen made. So I grabbed one of my very favorite cakes of yarn, and I started hooking away on a really fun pattern. Not a pattern, but I just decided this is what I was going to do. So this is what I did. I started out with the foundation single crochet. I did a single for both, or a double for both ends after that, and V-stitches. Skipped 1, V-stitch, skip 1, all the way down, and then double at the end. Just back and forth and back and forth. No big deal. But this was one entire cake of this marvelous yarn, which has 245 yards. It's a 5-ounce cake. This is the color Bubble Pop. And this is Sweet Rolls from Premier. It's a number 4 medium, and it calls for a 5.5 hook, and that is indeed what I'm using. It's machine wash warm, tumble dry, typical acrylic stuff. Now, wasn't planning on it. Actually, I wasn't planning. I just grabbed one of my favorite yarns and started hooking. And then I got looking, I'm like, hey, this will go in the monochromatic make-along that Mama G's doing. So, because it's white, gray, and then the pop color is the pink. But because I only have 2 cakes of this, and I wanted it to be like, like a wrap type thing, a rectangular wrap. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I got a fuzzy on my nose. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have finished the cake, and I only have one left, I'm going to tie on with some black, and I'm going to do black in the center, but I'm not going to do the same stitch. I'm going to do something different. And then once I'm done adding the black, and I can then add on this again, I'm going to go out with this cake, just as I have done here. And then I'll take the black and go all the way around, at least once, to kind of border it and bring it all together. So hopefully that will turn out as pretty as it is in my head. And hopefully the person that wins this month doesn't mind having a pop of pink. So I will have that to show you later on this month. Get that out of the way. I've been doing a bit of dyeing. I've sent off a few hanks to some friends, so you might want to search around the YouTubes to find all those videos, and there might be some more coming, just saying. No pressures. But I did a custom job for somebody, which made me harshly realize that my purples are just not measuring up. So I bought a couple new dyes, or new brands, and I decided to give it a go, do a little bit of experimenting, see if they stay true to what the bottle says or what's going on there, seeing if I can adjust anything I'm doing to make it work a little bit better. So I took 4-ounce lengths of fiber, and I have long steamer pans. So the first one, I went side to side shortways, back and forth, until I got the entire length of fiber in. The second pan, I went from top to bottom, just to do something different, make it interesting for me, as well as informative scientifically. So the first one, I did a really dark purple, and then I did navy blue, teal, and violet purple. Well, this is what I got. The violet purple, all the blue for the purple just fell off of the fiber when I pulled the fiber from the water, and left quite a bit of blue behind. But the teal did turn out very, very pretty. It's not navy. I mean, it's a beautiful blue. I'm not mad at it, but it is not navy blue. And this is not a deep, dark Cadbury purple as the bottle was. Again, not mad at it. Beautiful colors. I think this will make an absolutely stunning yarn when I'm done with it. That's both sides. And this one, I bought 2 different brands this time. And so I used that braid, braid now, hot fiber. I used one brand, and this fiber, I used a different brand. And we went with a dark blue. It turned a very beautiful bright sky blue, dark sky, I don't know. This purple, again, broke pretty badly. This purple broke. This blue broke. They all broke. But that being said, again, It is an absolutely gorgeous braid that will make a very stunning yarn when it's done. Now, the reason the color appears to kind of pop a little bit, like this blue is the same as this blue is the same as this blue, is because this is the braid or the fiber that went up and down the long way from the pan. So it went across the fiber this way, and so made just chunks of fiber that got that color, rather than this section got that color, then this section got that color, and then this section got that other color. I hope that makes sense. Now, for this last one, again, I wanted to try what I did with this next yarn I'm going to show you. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when I show you. But this one, I braided up my dry fiber, and with this one here, where I said all the blue stayed in the pot, it was purple. And when I pulled it out of the water, the blue stayed in the water, the pink stayed on the fiber. Again, not mad at it. It's beautiful. Just irritated that my purple didn't turn purple. Well, I took this fiber here, and I took it all braided up and just plopped it down in the water. Well, while I was mixing colors for that, I decided to grab, it was jade green. And when I put the color in the water, I'm like, ooh, that's not going to work. It was very, very dark, and the colors that I was working with were not. And I didn't feel like it would work with those colors. So I put it aside, mixed up some more colors, and continued with dyeing those. Well, once I plopped this in and I let the blue that was left in the pot soak up a little bit, and so then I took that jade green, and I dumped it just over the center bit that hadn't actually gotten down into the pot yet. Because remember, I said I put it in dry, and that does make a difference with fiber as with yarn. If you put it in dry or wet, how fast it absorbs changes when it's dry or wet. It absorbs slower when it's dry. So I took that jade green and I dumped it over just the center bits here. Well, then I said, you know what? I'm testing the waters. I've got new colors. Let me test the black. Well, as you've seen when I pulled it up earlier, black is not black. So I did the same thing on this side. I took the black and I dumped it just down the center. Now, I have not opened this fiber up yet. I wanted to do that with you guys so that I could see it along with you, what the final braid actually looks like, because it will change. I'll let you see both sides. Okay. Now, it's just like pulling your chain row out. Except for I got fibers that had hung up. I love the tie-dye effect that this gives. Isn't that wicked cool? Definitely not something I would have gone, you know what? This is going to be a brilliant plan, and thrown it together. If this didn't happen by accident, it would never happen in my house. Not, I like blue. I love black. As a stone, I love jade. Jade is actually my very favorite stone or crystal, however you want to say. Um, but as a color, something I want to work with, something I want to wear outside of like my lucky horn, not so much. Not so much. Beautiful outside in the grass, in my trees, in my plants. I love it. I'm on my person or like in my favorite project. But I think this is going to make something really, really pretty. Well, I've done a bit of spinning too. First we have, we has this one. I think that turned out very, very lovely. And here was the mini from that. Teeny tinies. And then this was my last experiment gone awry. Now if you on my Facebook group, you might have seen this in fiber and you have seen it in yarn. But I took a braid, just like the one I showed you now, and I pretty much did the same process, except for I started out trying to get, no, let me back that up. I just lied to you. Sorry. Okay. When I was doing this process for my friend, making the yarn for my one friend, one of the colors that she really wanted was black. I knew I could not promise to get black. Or no, gray. I knew I could not promise to get gray. But I had black. But I know my black doesn't always work. But I like to try before I say no. So I took a bit of fiber, just the last little bit. It was like maybe 3-ounce bit. And I mixed up the color, put it in the pot. Color touched it, was gray. Beautiful gray. Beautiful steely gray. So I was very happy. Stuck my fiber down in the pot, floated up to the top with this beautiful, silvery, wonderful gray. Quite a bit like this here in the lighter band area here in the shawl. Gorgeous color gray. And if I can find it, I will post the picture here so you can see. When I pulled the fiber from the pot, because the water went clear, I pulled the fiber out of the pot so it could start to dry. All the color stayed in the pot. All of it. The fiber went back to white. Well, I'm not going to spend all night dyeing and not end up with dyed fiber. So I tried again. I threw the fiber in a different pan, grabbed a couple more blacks. I mixed them together. I figured one of these blacks has got to work, right? Or the mixture of the two. Well, I ended up with burgundy, really dark burgundy blues, and some, well, I'll put a picture right here. Very strange. And this is what it spun into. Now, to me, this screams raven. So that is what I'm going to call this one, although it is only a 2.5 ounce ball, so it's not a full-size hank, but I did get some wicked thin yarn. I have not measured it out yet, but I know the numbers are going to be good. All right. I think, well, I'll have more of an update for you after tomorrow. Some things going on. Again, with the king, of course, might be going in for that other hip a lot sooner than we were anticipating. But we will find out more tomorrow, and once I know, I will let you guys know. So, thank you for all your love and support and continued goodwill and prayers for his health. I appreciate that very, very much. I do not expect it, but it is very well. It's very, very nice to know that you are thought of and others are putting forth their goodwill towards you or someone that you truly care about in this situation. All right, everybody. I am going to get out of here. It has been almost 22 minutes already. I've been rambling at you. So I'm going to run away and try to get some more crafting done before I pass out and start tomorrow. All right. Until next time, I truly hope that you are having a wonderful day. Happy Valentine's Day. And bye for now.